Okay, my name is Dave Armstrong. I am the Vice President and General Counsel at beautiful Notre Dame College in beautiful South Euclid, right down the road. Or as I like to say, the real Notre Dame. Any Golden Domers in here? I get some bad look. But now what I do, I'm just like my father. I'm a salesman. What do I sell? I sell futures, in my opinion. Not futures as we know it when we make money. But I sell your sons and daughters' future. Why is a college education important? Number one, economic. It's pretty simple. On average, a student who earns their college degree over their high school degree will earn more than $1 million more in their lifetime, on average. If they keep on earning degrees as they go higher, they earn exponentially more money. So when people say the high cost of education, okay, you will take out a loan for a car that's going to rust, you will take out a loan for a TV that's going to break, but yet you won't invest in yourself? I took out loans to go to law school because I believed in myself. So sons and daughters, how many students do we have here tonight? Raise your hand proudly and high. Good. Okay. I think you're important. You should think you're important. So take out an investment in yourself. Hopefully you won't have to take loans, because I'm going to give you some advice on why, hopefully that you don't have to. But if you do, it's an investment. It'll be the best investment you make in your life. Because of this second reason why college education is important. And this is the one I'm very passionate about. Choices. Choices. If I get a degree and I get those letters behind my name, I now have choices. I wanted to go coach college football because I had a passion for it, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to be a Monday morning quarterback. I'm going to go see if I can make a living at it. I could do that because I had my law degree and I passed the bar exam and it was sitting right in my back pocket. Or if I want to go dig ditches, I can go do it. And then when my back gives out, I have that degree, I can go do something else. All right? So to me, education is all about choices. I get to choose where I live, what I do, who I'm with, all those things. A colleague of mine had the best quote about college choice to me. He said, Dave, there's no bad colleges. There's only bad fits. So hopefully I'm going to give you a couple tools tonight, and hopefully you walk away with at least one thing that you remember that helps your son or daughter make the right choice for college, or you sons and daughters make the right choice for college. Okay? First step, know yourself. Know your child. Sit down with your child and ask them, what are your goals? My son's 14, he doesn't talk to me. He's a freshman at Benedictine, he doesn't talk to me. But one night he told me what he wants to do and where he wants to go to college. I was blown away. I had no idea. Okay? But now he has a goal. Now I can help him with those goals. Set the goals. I want to be a lawyer since I was 5 years old. I achieved that goal, and then I went and coached college football. Who knows? Okay? But I had that degree in my back pocket. So, know what the goals are. Number two, this is very important to me. Find out what your passions are. Students that succeed are students who are passionate about something. They don't have to be passionate about every class that they take. They need to be passionate about some. And so I have some professors that argue with me and say, well, all that student is passionate about lacrosse. Good. I'd rather have that than somebody just sitting on a couch not doing anything and playing video games. I'm anti-video game, just so you all know. Students, so you know that. I'm anti-video game. It destroys lives in college. Kids just play video games for 24 hours and next thing you know they're gone. Okay? Don't let your student have a video game when they go to college. All right? So passion, what are they passionate about? That will be your starting point now to start finding out where they need to go to school. Okay? Next thing, kids and parents. I use kids because I coached for many years, so I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but that's the word I use. Parents, you need to let your kids start making some choices on their own. You need to let them start guiding their path. Okay? Start making their path. Please let them do that. But I'm going to take care of your parents. I'll make you happy. Kids, listen to your parents. Your parents know you better than anybody else in the world. I thought my dad, from the ages of 12 to 25, I thought he was the stupidest person in the universe until I became 25 and had to earn a living. And then I realized how smart he is. I'm 49 and he gets smarter every day. Okay? But my mother is the one that made the choice for me on where I go to college, because when we pulled in the university I ended up attending, she said, she'd lean back and said, you're going here. Because she knew me. She knew it. Okay? So your parents have a ton of knowledge that'll help you make this decision. All right? So utilize them. All right? Okay. Preliminary actions. What do we got to do first to get us in a position where we can start finding what the right fit is? Number one, get good grades. Students, you ever hear anybody tell you that? Okay. Why? I'm going to say some things that no other college recruiter will say tonight, because that's how we do it at Notre Dame College. It's all about being honest. Colleges pay cash money for grades. When I say cash money, that means grants you don't have to pay back, academic scholarships you don't have to pay back. Get good grades. Number one. All right? Number two, activities and leadership opportunities. I put those two together because, yes, activities are important, but if you're involved in like 30 activities, I really don't like that. Okay, especially you're on the periphery of all those activities. I'd much rather see you be involved in 2 activities where you have a leadership role. I'm looking for leaders. When we look at your file, that's what I'm looking for. So take leadership opportunities or create something on your own. We have a young lady who graduated and received the highest award our college gives. And she also is a student that went to our Learning Differences program, our academic support center for students with learning differences. She started and wrote a book on raising guinea pigs. She started a guinea pig farm, raised guinea pigs, and she was nationally known as the expert in raising guinea pigs. But she is now has a full scholarship to John Carroll in their MBA program, okay, because she wants to be in business. She will be a multimillionaire. She will build me dorms someday, there's no doubt about it, okay? But that struck me in her application, that she wrote a book and raises guinea pigs, her own business. Take the PSAT, obviously, the ACT, the SAT when you're juniors. Do it as soon as you can. Prep courses. I'm kind of like Goldilocks on that. I don't pay the highest price. I don't pay the lowest price. You got to try to find something in the middle. Okay? You can learn how to take that test. Your high school guidance counselor can give you a lot of stuff. There's a lot of free stuff on the internet. In the end, it's all about practicing taking tests. Okay? The more tests you practice, the better you're going to be at them. So you don't have to pay a dime if you don't want to. And I would recommend that. Just practice, okay? AP dual credit, advanced placement, do it. Dual credit, do it. It shows an admissions person 2 things. Number 1, that you're motivated and you want to go to college. Number 2, can you do college level work? We like both of those. Plus, every time you get an AP that we accept over a 3 or a 4, or you do dual credit, that's credits off and you don't have to stay at Notre Dame College or any other college as long. Okay, so there's great advantages to dual credit programs and all that. Financial planning, bagpipers here. Any bagpipers here? Full scholarship, Edinburgh University in Pennsylvania, Worcester, right down the road. You think I'm kidding you? Go find out. Any 4-H people here? North Dakota State, full ride if you're the best cow milker. Okay? There's so many things at colleges all around the country that your guinea pig interest might be a full ride, you just don't know. Okay? So you got to be open to look at everything and use what you have. Lastly, talk to people you trust. Parents, teachers, guidance counselors at high schools, coaches, aunts, uncles, friends, parents. Okay? Everyone has had a different experience going to college. Okay? So get as much information as you can. That's the key thing, students. Get as much information as you can and you'll make the right decision. Why is that important? Because college is the most important decision you will make in your life. Am I making you nervous yet? How can I say that? God bless you. How can I say that? Well, because it's going to determine how much money you're going to make, where you're going to live, who you're going to marry, who your friends are going to be the rest of your life. You think your high school friends are going to be your friends? They're not. It's your college friends. Okay? So all those things are going to be determined by my college choice. Are they nervous yet? Yes, but that's good. It's a healthy nervousness because I'm going to give you a secret on how you make the right choice for that. And this is it. The beginning is gathering that information. And then we'll give you a couple tools after you get that information. So what can we do to help you find the right fit? First off, as they mentioned downstairs, the web is awesome. Okay? We just didn't have that advantage when I was looking at schools. Use the websites. Get out there. What are some? These are just a touch of them. College Board, ACT, Princeton Review. NCCAA is one of my favorites because I was the president of that organization for a while. That's the National Catholic College Admissions Association. So that's another website. There's tons of them. If someone asks you to pay for that information, I personally say no. There's just too much out there. You should never have to pay. And that gets me. There might be a professional recruiter in the office, in the audience, and if I'm taking away your livelihood, so be it. I just don't believe in them. There are too many colleges like Notre Dame and too many high schools like Hathaway Brown that have great people that will help you through this process, and it's for free. Okay? I just don't believe in paying people to find out what I want to do for my life. And then they take credit for the financial aid that you received because you worked so hard and all the work that the college did. I just don't believe in it. Okay? That's just my opinion. All right. First thing. Second thing now, after doing those two, or third thing after doing those 2 things. Local visits for size and feel. We are extremely fortunate here in Northeastern Ohio because within a tank of gas, Nick, this is the car Nick said I have to buy him if he gets all his numbers in this year. Nice new Mustang. Fill up 1 tank of gas and you can go see a large state university in an urban setting, a large state university in a rural setting, a medium-sized university in an urban setting, rural setting, and a small college in an urban setting and a rural setting. Do that your sophomore, junior years at the latest. All I'm asking you to do is go look for feel. You don't have to go through the whole visit, meaning meeting professors and all that stuff, and sit down in class. Just do the admissions tour. Stop in at the bookstore. Talk, go to the cafeteria, eat something, okay? All this is a size, so you may not have any interest in that school. I'm just asking you to do that for size and fit. It's important so you get a feel what I like. Do I like being in the city? Do I like being in the suburban? Do I like being in the rural setting? Get that feel. Do I want big? Do I want small? Whatever it is. Do people say hello to me when I walk around? How did they treat me on this day? How busy were they? Okay, did they treat me well when I was busy, or did they treat me well only when they weren't busy? So you do your local visits, get a feel for size. Next thing, very, very important, make your important list. Sounds so basic. Make your important list. What is important to me in my college choice? Could be anything. Could be the color of the mascot, I don't know. I can remember what my list was because someone told me to do it, and that's exactly how I made my decision. Number one for me, I want to be a lawyer since I was 5 years old. My pre-law academic program, that was number one. Number two, I wanted to play college football. I wanted to go somewhere where I could play. That was number two. Number three was location. I didn't want to be in urban, I didn't want to be in rural, I wanted to be in a suburban setting. Number four was cafeteria food. I'm an offensive lineman, that's important to me. Number five was girls. I married my wife at that university. She's much better looking than I am. I'm a great recruiter. I learned that early. So those are five things that were very important to me. Cost. Now cost was higher up on the list, but probably not as high as food, but it was up there. I came from a family of 7, and so I didn't want my parents I didn't want to burden them with more payments and so forth and so on. So I worked over the summer, and I became an RA, and got scholarships and all that kind of stuff because I didn't want my parents to have to pay extra money. All right? So what's on my important list? What is it? Make that list and make it early. Now, that list can change. It's okay if it changes, but make that list. After you make your important list, now we got to go into the process. Nice, Nick. Nice. Okay, the process, application process. You got to apply after July 1 of your junior year, going into your senior years, when you can start applying to schools. That's when I recommend that you apply. Parents, do not do your kid's application. We know. You think we don't? We know. Don't write your student's essay. You think we don't know? We know. It's the worst thing you can do. You can guide them. You can check for spelling or grammatical errors, but don't write it. We want to know what they know, what they want, what their passions are. Okay? Second thing, when you do all these applications, and I recommend that you apply to at least 10 schools. At least 10. And for us, your application fee is free. You go on the internet, see a lot of schools. If you apply online, it's free. In my opinion, you should never pay an application fee. Either do it online, find a coach or a recruiter that will give you a waiver fee, or get to know an admissions counselor real well, butter Nick up, buy him a Snickers bar, something like that, okay? And he'll give you a waiver so you can fill out that application. Unless you're at the top tier schools like a Harvard, you're going to have to pay the fee and that's it. And that's what I call down here hoops and gatekeepers. Okay? There are certain schools that there are deadlines, hard deadlines, and there are things that you have to do and things you have to pay, and that's it. And there's nothing I can say or you can say that's going to change that. So, what do? That gets us into, well, I'll talk about financial aid in a little bit. U.S. News and World Report gives their yearly college rankings, right? I love the fact that they said downstairs that the Forbes list they like better. I agree with that. U.S. News and World Report has 4 tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4. Tier 1 schools are your top schools, so they think, okay? And you have to fill out the application fee, or pay the application fee, you have to do all the things, and make a decision, and all this early decision stuff, which I don't believe in any of it. I don't like any of it, because I think it does not help you find the right fit. And everyone wants to go for that name, like they said downstairs, and that's true, and I'll tell a true story of why that's something that you need to be wary of. So there are hoops and gatekeepers to those upper levels. So here's what my advice. Take your time, but be diligent. Parents start freaking out. Oh my God, Jimmy down the street picked his college. Janie picked her college. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, don't do that to your kid. Don't do that to yourself. Very good colleges still make decisions in August. Very good colleges still make decisions in August. Very good colleges will still negotiate a financial aid award in August. Very good ones. Okay. They'll never tell you that. August of going into that school year for your first year of college. It's a secret nobody tells you. But I'm telling you. Okay? Why? I have it up on the board. When's the first time you can start filling out financial aid? When's the first day? July 1st, that's the application date. Financial aid. You get a t-shirt if you get the answer right.
January 2nd.
Close enough. January 1st, but that's all right. January 2nd, give him a shirt. Who's that guy? Raise your hand. Who said that? There you go. Okay. So after the new year is when you can fill out your FAFSA form for that student that's going to start school the next year at a college. Okay? Everyone's going to say that you make too much money. Don't fill it out. Don't believe them. Fill it out. You never know what you're going to get. My dad owned his own business. Everybody said not to fill it out. He filled it out. Me and my brother we were going to the same school at this time. We ended up getting some money, but at least you can get the federal loan. And because the interest rate's so low and you don't have to pay it back until 6 months after you graduate and all that kind of stuff, it's almost like cash money if you count inflation. Now, obviously, loans, interest rates are so low right now, but still, it's at least you have that, okay? Some schools will not award you merit aid or any other need-based aid, God bless you, if you don't fill out the FAFSA form. So I still recommend it. Only 2 hours. Actually, I think it's like an hour and a half now. There is a fee for that, I think. Our federal government needs their fee. So after the financial aid, the Duke story, real quick. Brecksville High School, one of my friends is looking for advice. She's freaked out because she hasn't made a decision on school. And this young lady, her friend, is at a Christmas party telling her, well, my daughter got into Duke and we're so happy and this is great. She wanted to go to Duke since she was a little kid. She had a poster of Mike Krzyzewski up on the wall. She's going to Duke. Great. I told her, I said, don't worry, calm down, you're fine. In the end, my friend's daughter got a full ride to Fordham, okay, because she waited. And she was able to put financial aid awards and compete against other schools. And she got a full ride to Fordham. At the Easter party, that friend brought my friend in and said, and broke down crying on the bed and said, my daughter's going to Duke, it's $55,000 a year, we can't afford it, it's going to ruin the family. But I can't tell my daughter no. Don't put yourself in that position. So the last thing is decision time. What do? Gather all that information, okay? Do your list. Gather all the information, do your list. Rank all those things on your list. Location, major, all those things, whether it's 1 through 5, 1 through 10, and you're going to start adding down that list, and you're going to get to the bottom, and 1 or 2 things are going to happen, and they're both good. Your son or daughter's going to say, I knew it! That's where I wanted to go. Or they're going to say, this score's wrong, I want to go here. Either way, you got your answer. And I guarantee you'll find the right fit. Good luck in the process. Love to have you visit Notre Dame.